Up with KREM begins now.
7 a.m. on our Friday morning. This morning, we are just a few days from moving forward in Washington's reopening plan.
Effective Monday, 7 of our 8 regions of our Healthy Washington plan will open up in phase 2.
Now, the start date is earlier than expected. What is allowed when the East region moves to phase 2?
Even 25% we're thankful for at this point.
We'll also hear from multiple businesses in our area celebrating this news. This morning, we'll take a closer look at how the short notice will affect their businesses this weekend.
Your Valentine's Day plans might be changing because of this news. This morning, we'll tell you what options are opening up for you this Sunday.
And one of the many activities that has become popular across the country because of the pandemic is biking. Spokane is no exception.
One of our brands, they sold a 9-month supply of bicycles in 2 months.
This morning, we're talking with one local bike shop who says they've seen business soar.
And they call me Bikes Lagoo for all my pedal partners out there. Oh, I got a forecast that's gonna make you want to wear those gloves as you take to the streets.
I need to hear more about this Bikes Lagoo. All right, 7:01 now. Well, today is the Lunar New Year. It's the year of the ox. It was chosen for being hardworking and methodical. The ox is also associated with harvest and fertility. The animal also has a reputation for granting wishes. This morning on Up with KREM, we're talking about how people can celebrate. I'm looking forward to all of that.
What a cool holiday. First of all, you get money in a little red pouch. You know, buying new clothes and gifting new clothes is good luck. This is a great holiday.
You know, Dana Marie, I once celebrated the Lunar New Year with our friends on the other side of the world. And I told Jen I did not sleep for 48 hours and I didn't even realize it.
Because it's not just one day, right? It's a 16-day celebration.
Yeah, and it is food, fireworks, fun. It is downright incredible. And you know what? I think we need to do that here once the pandemic opens up. We can call it the Pandemic New Year or the end of a I don't know. I'll work on that.
All right, Bikes Lagoo, stick to what you know here. Tell us about the weather.
All right, Bikes Lagoo taking it away. It's another one of those nicknames that nobody's ever called me that, but I'm sorry. Early on this morning, we've got some cold temperatures, and if you are taking to the streets in your bikes, I know there are some of you hardcore bikers out there. Ooh, you got those special gloves for it? Yeah, you're gonna need them, or mittens. 10 degrees, oof. It's cold. You factor in the wind chill, it feels much colder. Take a look at your quick temps. These are the actuals. This is what you feel. Feels like 7 below here in Spokane, 13 below in Coeur d'Alene, 15 below in Sandpoint, 8 below in Omak. Whew, Pullman 2 above. Not bad. Hey, get the bikes out, but watch out. Fresh snow on the ground there in Pullman. Not much, but enough to maybe make that bike ride a little bit slick. Temps are going to stay feeling cold thanks to all that.
And the science tells us that we are currently driving this pandemic down quite dramatically. We are having considerable...
Well, this morning, Eastern Washington is preparing to move forward with the state's reopening plan. This Sunday, the East region will move to stage 2.
Yeah, we just heard from Governor Jay Inslee there announcing that the Eastern Washington region is one of the regions that is set to move forward.
So this is where we're at right now. Our COVID-19 case rates decreased by 43% and only needed to be down by 10%. Hospitalizations are down 17%. That also only needed to be down 10%.
Now our ICU capacity is at 73% and it just needs to be under 90, so that is 3. And our test positivity rate sits at 10%. Now that needs to be less than 10%, so we don't meet that requirement right now. But each region only needs to meet 3 of the 4 requirements to move forward with the current plan. So what exactly does all of this mean? Where are the changes going to be seen? Here's what we know right now. Some of the biggest differences will start first with indoor dining, which will return for the first time in months, even though that dining capacity will be at 25%. Second, indoor entertainment venues can open up with 25% capacity. That's a max of 200 people. Gyms can also let more people in under the new phase. Also, that's maxing out at 25%. And outdoor sporting events will be allowed, but participants and spectators cannot combine for more than 200 people. And very small indoor social gatherings will be permitted, only up to 5 people and only 2 households combined. So that means if you're the host, your guests must already live together. As a reminder, this move is not permanent. We could get bumped down to phase 1 if our numbers get worse.
Now, in 2 weeks, experts will update those metrics, and we still must meet 3 of the 4 criteria. If we do not meet those expectations, the East region will move back to phase 1. Now, initially, the East was set to move to phase 2 on Monday. However, our local leaders asked to bump it up to Sunday, and that's to allow our local restaurants to open for Valentine's Day. Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward tells KREM 2 the governor needs that kind of input from our elected officials.
You know, we should be part of the conversation as well. The governor and the Department of Health needs people like us to continue to convince our communities to follow the health guidance. And let me just tell you, now that we're in phase 2, we can't back down. We can't let our guard down. We have to stay vigilant. We have to mask up, socially distance, stay home when you're not feeling well, and get the vaccine. We need to be talking about that too. Get the vaccine when you can. So the governor needs all of us. We're all working together to do what's best for our state and our communities.
Well, that push apparently worked, because just a few hours after his original announcement, Governor Inslee announced that regions would open a day earlier, meaning Spokane County is moving into phase 2 on Valentine's Day.
And this morning, Mayor Woodward will be joining us here on Up with KREM. We'll talk about how this will impact Spokane and talk about her hopes for the future. Now, this morning, though, we do want to know if all of this changes your plans for the holiday. Are you going to take advantage of the reopening? You can vote right now on Twitter, or you can text us your thoughts at 509-448-2000. Right now, a majority of you say no, it's not going to change your plans.
Well, we checked in with business owners in our area to see how they're reacting to this exciting news. And we're going to start with our entertainment industry, which can now have up to 25% capacity with a maximum of 200 people. So we talked with their manager, and we even caught up with Kelsey Cook with the Spokane Comedy Club. Now, you might remember we spoke with her a few weeks ago about her viral TikToks of her dad covering popular songs on his trumpet. Well, here's what they had to say about the news.
But honestly, we couldn't be here without the community. I know that so many people have reached out, shown us so much love, supported us through these changes, and kind of stuck with us. So, like I said, we couldn't be here without everyone.
Yeah, it's so exciting. Most of us comics have not really gotten to perform in a comedy club like this live for a year. So having live comedy coming back, it's so great. It also means getting to do less Zoom shows and virtual shows, which have been such a strange transition.
Small business owners of wineries, clubs, and entertainment venues have been closed for months with no revenue and bills that still need to be paid. So they have been one of the hardest hit businesses during the pandemic, with many having to close their doors completely. Now they're taking a sigh of relief.
We're going to check into seeing if we can get food inventory and our liquor back up. And we also have to bring back all of our staff and train up some new employees. So it'd be tough. We may wait till next weekend or a couple weeks to get going, but we're going to try and open up as quickly as possible.
Bridge Press Cellar is a popular spot for live music in Spokane. Drew, who you heard from there, told us since Inslee's announcement, they received 250 to 300 emails in just a couple of hours from people asking who will be playing in the weeks to come. I know people must be so excited about that. Restaurants are also celebrating this news. They can open at 25% capacity on Sunday. While many probably won't have the necessary supplies on such short notice, it's still a huge win. Places like the Ruby River Hotel have made adjustments to keep business moving.
Just trying to get creative, really, and think of how we can keep people employed. They're comfortable, they're heated, I mean, great view of the river, and they've been a big asset for us throughout this tough time.
Obviously very exciting for restaurants and the hospitality industry. Oh, it's good to see that with this Valentine's Day weekend they have the opportunity to do that, making baby steps, Jen.
Yeah, every little bit counts. And we know this is a lot of information to throw at you this morning. It can all be found on KREM.com. You can also text REOPEN to 509-448-2000, and we can send all of that information right to your phone.
Well, let's say you're looking to buy a bike in Spokane. We want to let you know it will not be easy like just walking into a bike shop. Coming up in our next half hour, we'll explain why it's taking months in some cases for people to get their bikes.
And I'm old Bikes Lagoon with a bike tip for you on this Friday morning, 7:10. And here it is. Go ask your neighbors. One of them has an old bike collecting dust that you can probably get all spruced up at a local bike shop and take to the road. Maybe not today though. Coldest morning so far this winter. We'll let you know when we finally warm back up.